Looks so good. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a super easy and delicious carrot soup. I love this soup, and I'm going to do it in the Vitamix, start to finish. It takes about 15 minutes, but you can also do it on the stovetop. Let's get started. Down below in the description box, you'll find a list of the ingredients and their amounts. Now, begin with carrots. I have a pound of carrots. These are just normal carrots, or you could also use baby peeled carrots. I normally use these just because they're already ready to go. You don't have to rinse them or anything, and they come in a pound bag already, so I like to use those. But you can also use just whole carrots like this. And then I have about a quarter cup of roughly cut onion. This is a sweet onion, but you can use whatever onion that you want. 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and a few, probably 5 to 6 cloves of garlic, and some fresh thyme. And then I have some vegetable stock, and we just need 3 cups of this. And that's all you need for this soup. Really awesome. Now, I'm just gonna throw these all in the blender, but if you wanna have a really nice extra depth of flavor, then what I would recommend you do is you take your carrots, you take your cloves of garlic, and you take your onion, and you put it on a sheet pan, and then you put it in the oven and you roast them for 30 to 40 minutes until it gets a nice caramelization on it. And you could also just roast those in the air fryer as well, and that'll add a little boost of depth of flavor. But if you're in a hurry and you just want to eat some hot soup that's really delicious, then you can forego the roasting step. And I am using my Vitamix Explorian blender. I did a review of this blender here on my channel if you want to check that out. I'll put a link down in the description, or also if you click up there in the eye, you'll be able to find that video. I really love my Vitamix. Also, I'll include an affiliate link in case you want to pick up a new blender. Maybe you want to get one for Christmas or something for yourself. You know, buying your own self presents on Christmas is awesome, or for someone else. All right, so I'm just gonna take my carrots here and put them in the blender. And then take the onion, garlic, tablespoon of olive oil, some fresh thyme, and I just put the whole sprigs of fresh thyme in there. And then we need some vegetable stock. About 3 cups worth, doesn't have to be exact. All right, there we go. Fantastic. Super easy. At this point, I'm not going to add any seasonings because we'll just add a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt to taste afterwards. Put the lid on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the blender on low. Depending on your blender, like if you have a Vitamix that has the soup setting, then you will use that. This just has a speed dial, a pulse, and an on and off. So I'm going to set it on the lowest setting first and turn it on, and then I'm going to incrementally move it up until we get to the highest setting. And then you're going to blend it for 4 to 6 minutes until it gets really hot, and you'll probably see some steam coming out of the top of it. And then you know it's ready, and that's it. That's all you have to do to make this soup. All right, so after about, either it's gonna be between 4 and 5.5 minutes. I did this for 5.5. The walls of the container here are gonna be really warm, and you may or may not see some steam coming out. If you have a Vitamix that has a soup setting, just let it run its course. And now we're gonna take off the lid and be careful. Look at that, nice. And how does this work? Well, it's from the friction of the Vitamix that causes it to heat up, and it gets the soup really hot. Excellent. And now I'm going to pour it into this serving container. Looks so good. And it'll make 4 to 5 cups worth of soup. I'm gonna take a little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. I'm gonna mix that in there. So excited to give it a try. So yummy. Nice, refreshing, super easy soup to make. Give it a try and let me know what you think. Now, if you do not have a high-speed blender, like a Vitamix, then what you'll do is you'll blend all the ingredients for 2 to 3 minutes until it gets nice and smooth, and then pour it into a pot and put it on the stovetop and just heat it up until it's nice and hot. That's all you need to do. You can also heat it up in the microwave if you are short on time. And there you have it, super easy homemade carrot soup made in the Vitamix. I'm Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Thank you for joining me. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or requests, put them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thumbs up, down the corner, press it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Take care. Time for me to dive into this some more. Oh yeah. Mmm.